Ah. Okay, I'm going to accept this one. So I'm playing the white pieces against a friend of mine, the local chess club. So let's see what we're going to do today. Okay. So I see that he challenged me today with a rating. Normally he doesn't do that. Normally he challenges me for a game without rating. But this guy is beating me many times. Has beaten me many times already. So although there is a certain rating difference, looks like he's not online, is he? He's going to re-challenge me. Maybe he doesn't want to play for rating, or... Oh, here he is now. Okay. So let's play something else. Because although he would say that he's not a theoretician, he knows quite a bit. So let's just get the imbalance in a position, and let's see what that's going to bring. It's probably not the best move in the position, but just let's get a game, and let's just play some chess and see what's going to happen. So I think d5 actually was even in this very early stage maybe a better move than I'm not 100% sure. Maybe not. Okay, going to play it like this. So the main reason is that I want to get him a little bit out of his normal comfort zone. He has this kind of systems that he plays, and I think black has already at least equalized, or maybe it's even better. Than my plan is just to get a game, and then see if there is the possibility of gaining the advantage. So I've given him the bishop pair, and in return for that I have two center pawns, and also of course he has a doubled f pawn. But in general, I think black should be perfectly fine. I have to be really careful of the dark squares, because I don't have a bishop that is able to... yeah, so I think this could be a little bit, how do you say that? Too conservative, I think. Still nothing's going on. Still, it's not a move that's going to lose the game, not at all. But I think that an early d5 possibly gives him more of an edge, or the possibility of an advantage. But I could be mistaken. Maybe maybe he has other plans, or he definitely has other plans. But So now I'm thinking I'm going to make sure that this bishop is not coming to g4. Maybe knight b4 is a bit annoying actually, and then f5. f5 immediately, okay. So what if I take that? So I think I'm going to take it. This is in fact a pawn sack, I think. And he has... So I can take, if he takes with the bishop back, I take once again. Let me think. d4 is also hanging. Is that his idea? Maybe it is. So it looks like doesn't look good. Okay, so I'm gonna castle. Cannot calculate everything, but so if he takes on e4, then my pawn is protected again on d4. I think, in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if the best move in the position would be something like knight to b4. So I guess the main line is something like so he takes it, okay. I think I'm going to recapture, bishop recaptures, then I take on f5, he takes on c3, take on c3, bishop, so okay, so I have to take it. And then there is the question, okay, so he wins a pawn if he takes on c3, but his king side will be weakened by it, so that's my possible compensation. I'm not sure. Could be. And if he just Queen g5 is also a move, but then I have probably something like Queen to g4. So I think the main line is taking on c3. I take back, and then he probably takes with the bishop on the 5. I take, and he takes with the pawn, and then he has 7 pawns, and I have 6. And the only thing that I have is that his king side is definitely weakened a little bit. And I could possibly lift the rook with tempo on b7, something like rook b1 and b4, g4. Also queen h5 is in the air, so there is some ideas, but I'm not so sure. It's probably very good for black because he can play his queen to f6, king to h8, rook to g8. So he's probably calculating this now. Yes. So what is expected? If he takes twice, what's also an option is like a double attack with I can attack both pawns actually. So if he takes now, so I will never take on g6. What he could do is play something like, or maybe I would, if he plays maybe queen f6, I would probably take, but queen g5 is also an interesting move. So at the moment we're equal in material, although my queenside pawns are really scattered. I wouldn't have done that if I were. I would probably have played queen to g5. So now I'm going to take it. Yes, so now I have this double attack on many different ways. I'm not sure if one of them is good, but I can play queen to d5. I can play queen to f3. What I like about queen f3 is that it also protects g2. And it also protects c3. Because taking with yeah. I'm going to dive into this a little bit. So what also a very good option is to play the queen up to h5. Okay, let's calculate. So queen to h5, queen f6, rook b1. He can take on c3, and then I can take on b7, but it's not really what I want. taking on c3, I can always also take on f5, and that's actually interesting. Yes. So queen f3 is also an option. And then also, well, he then has an additional possibility of playing the queen to g5, and that's a bit annoying. So I think the most attacking power goes from the queen to h5. So I am a pawn down now. Yes, so that's what I more or less expected. Okay. So I'm going to lift it and then going to force his queen on the defense, but maybe he can do that kind of easy. Okay, look at 4. So now maybe rook g8, queen f3. And the funny thing is that obvious defending a rook g5 is queen takes h8, and it's game over. Yes, I thought he could have played something like rook a e8 e5, but this is probably also perfectly fine. But this is what I had in mind. So the question is still, do I have some compensation? I think objectively I do not have enough compensation, but as we all know, that defending is more difficult than attacking. It's really hard to go wrong here with black, as white as well, but I think because of the weakened king position, it's probably still better for black, I presume, but I think rook f6 is already quite annoying because he has to go back. Yes, let's play that. So I put him more on the defensive, right? Because he has to or does he take the pawn on? Does he take the pawn on c2? What I can also do is play something like this. Rook d1, d4, g4. I think actually that's not such a bad idea. Don't give him more mobility with his queen. Of course he could play something like rook to e5. In that case, of course it's possible, but it looks scary. Okay, so rook d4, rook e5. These kind of heavy pieces endgames with kings that are weakened. I think that goes for my king as well. It's also, there is a possibility of a back rank problem. They tend to become very, very tactical. I'm trying to keep most of the pieces on the board, and I think directing my rook to one rook to g4. If he plays now rook e5, I'm probably not going to exchange it. I think I'm just going to play rook f5, e5. Yes. Although in that case he could in fact lift. So what about if I play it like this? And then I play, so if he exchanges, I play G4. And cement my rook on f5. Yes. Okay. Yes, so now his queen still is not very mobile, although maybe he could go to... Not 100% sure about all this. So the rest is really crazy. So if you place queen f7, have your g5, queen g6, everything's very dangerous because he has this intermediary check. Okay. Looks like I overestimated my position a little bit. I'm going to go out of this one. That's a multi-purpose move, because if he plays something like queen to f7, which is kind of logical, I could play g5. Okay. It's a crazy tactic. Queen c1, king g2, queen c2, rook takes f6, queen e4, rook f7, check. Looks like this line is getting on the board, so it's going to take that. So there is this line of queen takes c2, rook takes f6, queen e4, rook f7 check, king moves, queen takes e4, rook takes e4, rook takes c7, and in that case I'm a pawn up and have a majority on the king side. It's probably still a long way from winning. And there's also an interesting line. If he goes back to h6, I can play h4, and if he takes, I play rook h4, rook h5, and then the queen is trapped. I think, yes. So moving the pawns up is definitely good. So another move of his. I think actually I'm better now. I mean, on my, or can he can maybe enter with rook e1. I completely missed that. Ooh, fuck. Wee. That's not good. Rook e1. Take, check. That's mate. Okay, rook e1. That's very dangerous because that's actually a mate threat in 2. So I think I would best play king to g3 in that case. No, because that's a check. And that's mate. Well, that's not mate because I can play my rook in between. So rook e1, king g3, rook e1, king g3, rook g1, king h4, queen h6, rook h5. Very tricky. There's another option. Rook e1. Yeah, queen g3, rook g1, queen h4, queen h6. Yeah, so I think this is in fact not the best move. Yes, so this is actually everything that we calculated. So he wants a draw, but I think actually I'm better now. So rook e2, rook c6, rook a2, rook takes rook takes b. So in the end, I think the end game is won, but it's for a patzer like me, it's not easy at all. So if he plays rook h, yes, in this case, because I really want to b pawn. Just let me think. So if I play to 6-6, b5, I take this one, you take that. Yeah, so this is best. This is best. This is most. Also, his king is still cut, but I think in this case, these pawns are going to be traded, and then I think I can keep his king shut off. And I do have a free pawn, the f pawn, and my king should be in front of the f pawn. So if he takes on a2, I take on b6. Well, this is a bit of a strange decision, I think. Don't see the reason. Well, it doesn't really matter, does it? I could defend my b pawn now. That's a bit of the difference, but I don't think I want to. I don't want him to have two free pawns. I'm thinking about cutting off his king. I think that's a reasonable move. So he's going to take it. I'm going to play. Okay, I think that's a mistake also. So the thing is, I have to make sure that he doesn't have, because this pawn in the end will get to a2, and my rook will be behind it. So I think even f3 is fine. f3, rook a2, rook a7. Rook a1, king f4. So that's let's calculate. f3, rook a2, rook a7, rook a1, queen f4, a2. Yeah, and then maybe I want to put this pawn to be here. I have enough time, I think. And so now I'm going to get behind it, because otherwise yes, and I'm going here. Oh, that's, yes, that's okay. That wasn't good. He could have played rook f1, right? Rook f1 would have exchanged the pawns, and that would be draw. That was stupid. Okay. This looks like a decent move, but I think he's gone the wrong way. If I play king f5, king f1, rook f1, d6. Yes. So I play this. He should have gone the other way. Well, okay, then now I have to take it, right? I have to take the pawn. And now there's a mate threat, and that's a problem. So I think I didn't win this clear cut at all. It's very interesting to get into the end game. I mean, to analyze it a little bit, because of course it is difficult with so little time on the clock, but there is also I don't have any, how do you say that? I don't have much experience in this, so that doesn't help. So this can probably still be kind of tricky. But you can never exchange the rook, so... Oh, he resigns, okay. I would have played on. Okay, so... Well, it was actually the experiment was. I did succeed in the experiment, but I wouldn't do this at home. In the sense that and the opening, of course, is complete bullshit. But it's about getting an imbalance and just play the position. So c4 was best. So this has actually been played by some geniuses. Like Nakamura, Gelfand. Okay. But they played with e3 and not with e4. So I think, yes, bishop c7. Well, I'm still on routes with some pretty big guys, like Kamsky, but he plays knight to f3. So here I'm actually, yeah, there was an experiment, yes. So the experiment was like playing more or less like a bullshit opening. But and then get an imbalance in the position, and then just try to outsmart the opponent. So knight c3. So actually black has a small edge here. Knight cf3. This position has actually been played by two grandmasters, as you can see. It's not bullshit, so okay, well, to me it is. It's not like a main opening line, but anyway, maybe it is something. So f5, I wonder if that's the best move. I thought actually knight b4 would have been better, but f5 he actually is the first choice of the computer as I see it now. So f5, and then he doesn't take it. Yes, so that's the same like I did. So castles. Oh, maybe here I thought knight to b4. Okay, so actually you played perfectly here. Okay, Michael Boditsky, does he play takes on f6 with white? Okay. ef6. Yes. So in general, I think in this position, the center is completely opened up. Black has the bishop pair, so that's all good news for black. And I think white can never take here because it will open up the rook and it will open up the position even more. So so I think parting with your dark squared bishop and going for the material is probably not the way to go. And the computer suggests c6. Well, I think on general grounds, I think well, like I just said, if you part with your dark squared bishop, there is a, of course, the doubled pawn on the c file isn't good for white, but still, it's the computer now says it's completely equal. Taking this one, so we take, and here he prefers queen to f3. Yes, so I was thinking it was more aggressive to play it like this, but queen to f3, I think I didn't play because of queen f6, or even queens to g4 maybe, g5 I mean. No. You have a check? Where is the check? No, you have a check. Okay, I didn't get that correct. Didn't get that. Okay, queen to f6. Taken f5, I actually knew it wasn't good. So, okay. Yes. Yes, so it's the king safety becomes a real issue now. But still, I didn't play it right. So I had to go to f3. So I wonder if I could verbalize why, because, and now I played queen to b1, b6, so that's still fine, to b5, it's a very balanced game, because the black has a small edge. Yes. F, he says, actually fe1 is the best move according to the engine. Okay. Queen d5 was maybe even better. Yes, I did see that, but I think taking on b6 is not a serious option. So I could go to here or here. The computer says f6. So if you take that, okay, maybe you're right. It's a lot of pawns, right? Okay. I did consider it briefly, but I thought... Actually, I was a bit afraid of giving your queen very active attacking chances here. Yeah, that's true. There are a lot of weak pawns for black. So, okay. So I played it a little bit inaccurate according to the engine, but still follow. I would be very interested in the. Is this an engine recommendation? He says rook c4 first. Yes, it was. I think it is, especially with a faster time control. Defending is extremely difficult at our level, and there are so many tactics. But you were almost, you almost got me, because actually with the queen on c1 and the rook on e1, I was a bit afraid. But I think I was a bit lucky there. So here, let's just turn off the engine because it goes a bit slow. Yes, so actually instead of queen to g6, I thought maybe you can play the rook to e8 and then just go defend this stupid pawn. Not sure. Oh no, it's too slow here. No, instead of, instead of the king to the side, yes, okay, so we did see that already. Okay. So I take the pawn. You had an escape square h4. Yeah, that's true. Yes, I saw, but it was kind of lucky, or it was, there was some luck in the position, or my. I did calculate that, but not beforehand. I calculated everything when actually it was your turn. So rook e5. As it says, rook takes e5. And then maybe, so what's the idea? Rook d7. So what about this? King a8 here. Okay, and then like this. Didn't see that. Okay. I did see that you couldn't take with the f-pawn because of the pin, but I didn't think this would be an advantage. Okay. Okay. Actually, this is also interesting. I didn't see that. With this threat, and then black has to weaken the position even more. But I thought actually cementing it here and then come in with the queen, but it's not that easy to get in with the queen. So here I was actually a little bit worried. Yes, it was my turn to win. So now we're even again, I think, right? Like 4-4 or something. King f1. Yeah, so here I got a little bit lucky. King to g2. Yes, so I calculated this. And then rook f6 6 even. That's silly. Because you have to give the check, then you go here. You have to give another check. And even then the king goes to h4, not immediately. Okay, so like you see that what I calculated was actually could probably have been losing. I saw this. Yes. So maybe I would have calculated here. I'm not sure. But what I thought was something like check. And then actually I saw this check here. And then rook h4 or rook h5. And I thought this could hold, and in fact it does, but well, you can see that it's just very difficult to be accurate and calculate, especially when you're defending. I find it very difficult. So, well, this line I also calculated, and yes, so rook f7 is a nice move. I think it's just tactic. Yes, so here you offered me a draw. Maybe it was a mistake, I think. So now we get into the end game. Oh, let's keep the engine on because it's yes. So rook b7 is fine. Oh, you went back. It doesn't really matter much, but so I'm just wondering if the because I thought I messed it up, but according to the engine I didn't, but I'm just it's not the most accurate moves, but yeah, g5 is better. h5 is probably, well, it's fine, but it's not the best. Actually, I thought during the game, I thought this. I do have f3. Okay, I thought I messed it up. Yes, you're hiding. Yeah, I thought I had to take this one, but it was, and this is, yes, so this is, yeah, so according to the table base, this is a draw, but it still would, for us, I think it still would be a game. So, well, then there is this. Yeah, so what about if your king moves to f8, does it matter? So you play king f5, king f1. Are you going to get to this pawn? Probably. Rook to a2, you take this one. And then you get that pawn. Okay. And it doesn't really matter how you, if you are going to attack it here, I'm going to defend it this way. And if you're going to attack it there, I'm going to defend it that way. And you're not in the, you cannot defend this pawn. Okay. So, well, actually, I had a 69% accuracy, so I'm quite happy with that. So that's not too bad. And you made one blunder, and I think that's probably, yes, with the queen to. So that's just a tactic. So you could have. So this is actually. Here it's still drawn actually, but time is also. H6. Yes, no, that was already over at the end here. But this, I actually thought that if I look at this position, I think the black king can never keep this, but looks like it can. So what about this. The computer says 00000. Yeah. So if you go in between, I take the pawn, and it says completely drawn. But okay, so in the end, a tactic decided the game, like almost always. Okay.